take you to any of the hold capital. Where do you want to go? Yeah. My carriage. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some accounts. They say the big old palace there was built by...
If you're looking for passage to Solstar, surprised you've never heard of it. It's an island northeast of here. Has a small dark elf town called Raven Rock, and a handful of Nords living in Skal Village. But I'm not going back there. There's something wrong about that place. Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. Look, I'm sorry about your troubles, but I've got to look out for myself. I'm not going to risk it. Hold on now. I'm just a simple sailor. I never wanted to get mixed up in any of this. All right, I'll take you. But we leave immediately. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain, who's House Redoran's representative, on Solstar. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot. I don't think so. I'm not. The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think. But Raven Rock started out as an Imperial settlement. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as much. They left the town a shambles. But when House Redoran took over, we turned it around. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're your ignorance of our homeland. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps, whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives, and many more were exiled from their homeland. Giollan, I was starting to wonder.
Just remember who's in charge around here.
delayed by bad weather. Before you even ask.
Though our spirits may be low and danger lurks beyond. Are you here to pray? There where we inter our dead. They are sacred places. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains. Those foul vermin, the abominations we call ash spawn, they are befouling the memories of our forefathers. Thank you, Wanderer. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb. Sounds like something from a dream. It might be more. I remember a temple on Solstheim, and working to build something. It was not a pleasant dream. The reclamations are the true tribunal. The Daedra that consecrate the Dunmer people. Azura, Methala. We call them the true tribunal because they have reclaimed their place in our hearts from the false tribunal that came before. Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was. Beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine. The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning. Be cautious, friend. The ash spawn are soulless beings, with no regard for compassion.
They say if a
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some account. They say the big old palace there was built by...
Hey, watch it!
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, surprise, it's an island, but I'm not going back there. It's hard. The next, there's been something strange. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. Hold on now. I'm just a simple sailor. But well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. Just any questions? I'm unsure. I don't think so. I'm not. I have to be. This is, after all we've been through together. Councillor Moore, as second councillor, it's my Raven Rock. They left the town. And even if it's been a struck, you're ignorant. It's the capital. I don't visit there often. Quite a while. Nobody seems. Whatever the case may be, thousands of gunmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more.
Excuse me, but the temp... Mirag. It sounds very familiar. Not some... I can't be sure. I know I've heard that name, but it doesn't feel real. Is that... Are you here to There. Sadly, we've been unable to... Those... They're befouling. Thank Here, this key should open the door to the tomb. Sounds... I remember a temple. We call them the true... But now that they've been destroyed, we call them the true tribute. Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was. Beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. I am Othraloth, Elder of the Reclamations and Keeper of this temple. The Reclamation... The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning. Because they are spawn of soulless beings with no regard for compassion. Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our faith alone. Outsiders aren't welcome. Attendant, why has the door to the lower level been locked?
Locked? Are you certain, Elder?
I wished to bless the tombs with the monthly invocation, but I couldn't get the door to open. I'm certain it's only stuck now. 7 hours at sea.
Captain Bennett mentioned how valuable...
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
My apologies for Cretius's ravings. That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine. He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them. Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters... there's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so... Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work? There was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one... They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company's... Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know. My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit confused. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave. I think so, but from where? I can't recall. It's difficult. Something about it doesn't feel right. A temple. To understand how we met one another, Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and... By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memory. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, a decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out. It was after refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his... I stayed for a while and cared for him, then... Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there. In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the Tribunal vary widely. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Who in the blazes are you? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. You never heard of them? They're the largest trading company in Tamriel, originally chartered by the Emperor of Cyrodiil himself. Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall, but I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Finally! I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted. Look! My wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could... I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me. Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really it. But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from before Grace. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse. She thinks that old age has addled my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's nothing to be seen. I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't. Then I'll settle down peacefully and never set foot in this. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Even before. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity. I recognize the name, but I don't know how I know it. It's so strange. I feel like it's from a dream. Something about the Earthstone and a shrine. That's it. That's all I can think of. Be careful down there. Mind.
That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynes Grove.
Need a ride? I can take you... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some accounts. They say the big old palace there was built by...
No, you don't want to go up there. A dragon, it's attacking!
Well, I don't know. Not yet. It flew over the town and I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Salokunir, Zil Grotova Ursa. Slen.
This is worse than I thought.
above.
I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing helps. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. Not a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that big black dragon here. Really? Where? Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it! We're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all. Exactly. Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one. Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminate. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor? Before the Great War, the Blades helped the Empire against the Thalmor. Our Grand Master saw them as the greatest threat to Tamriel. At the time, that was true. Maybe it still is. So we fought them in the shadows, all across Tamriel. We thought we were more than a match for them. We were wrong. If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
I understand you purchase used goods as well as sell them.
Yes, that's right. Whether or not I'm interested depends on what you got, of course.
I have some things that belong to my daughter, Frigga. She won't be needing
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
See.
Spare a coin for an old woman who
Just bring them by whenever it's convenient.
I'll be fine. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Hope to see you again soon. So close to the answer.
That's close enough. Stop. In the name of the Yard. By order of the Yard. Stop right there.
Been meaning to speak to you,
Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? Take a look.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
Thank
Oh, what happened?
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drink, warm beds.
How do you feel? Are you married? You look the type. Make sure you treat your wife with the respect she deserves.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere. I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the Into Isolda. Anyway, what do you need?
Not here. I told you to
Order
meet
of the
me
yard.
in River-
Stop right there. Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kynes Grove.
Welcome. Let me... What can I get you? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Need anything? No.
Be careful.
Not here. I told you to meet me in Riverwood.
Watch what you're doing. What can I do for you?
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the Into Isolda. Anyway, what do you need?
All about is my son, my soul. They say that he was killed, but I know.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Everything on the but on the up. All that matters is that I have what you need. Take a look. Take a look. Do that.
Got something for just... Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Hope to see you again soon.
Ain't every day we get the river.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely to attract the wrong kind of attention. But they don't know you at all yet. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions? Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties. Sounds good. Be careful. What? Something you're still confused? Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards. That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the... Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction.
Be careful.
worse than I feel.
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer.
Maybe you could talk some sense.
Sorry you had to hear that.
You're not from around here.
I came here from the Imperial Province to work.
It got bad back in Cyrodiil. The war with the Thalmor ruined... I came to Skyrim looking for a better life. So what did I get? Another war. I just want to find a good husband and start a family of my own. What can I do for you? What can I do for...
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a job. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only an ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You found it! There it is! I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister. Oh!
God, my nervous. A man approaches with his weapons drawn.
Got the fleetest steeds in all of Skyrim. None of them's older than... Now, the horse I got for sale is 7 years old, but in fine health. She's got a lot of spirit, that one. We've taken to calling her Queen Alfsigar, or just Ali for short. I expect you can name her anything you like, once she's yours. Suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin.
You've got a deal. It's the one with the saddle. Ride strong. Got the man like you needs a war horse, I reckon.
I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim, but I'm sure you'll...
If you've come to join the Legion, speak to Rickard. You're just in time to say hello to Rugbeer.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogbeer. Tell them he didn't do it.
Stand back.
Positions.
Interrupting an execution is a serious crime.
Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to
You
High
should tell her
Hrothgar.
that her uncle is scum
Such a
that
thing has
betrayed
not
his high
happened.
king.
Hundreds of years.
They're all hard.
You should be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. You're asking me? She promised that she was sending someone who knew what they were doing. If you actually want to get out alive, I'd bring whatever you need to move quietly and kill quickly. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry. Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
What?
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest. Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest. Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that. You can't go to a party at the or embassy dressed like that. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a guest, at least until you open your mouth.
Need a ride?
You don't look
Got
so
business
good.
at the
Are
stables?
you feeling all right?
in my eyes.
Death is highly overrated.
I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
Yeah!
Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information you need. Good luck.
Fellow latecomer to Ellen's little soiree. And arriving by careless, I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking. There's not enough drinking in the world today. Would you agree? I will just rest here a moment. Although damnably cold.
Welcome to the Tholmor Embassy. Your invitation, please. Until next time.
Perhaps we can share a carriage.
Your invitation, please. Of course not. Purely a formality. Now, I need to see your invitation. Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger.
Guests are advised to remain inside.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are? Have you? All good, I trust. But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arinthia Red?
I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
What can I get for you? You made it. What can I get for you, sir? Here you go, sir. The finest Colovian brandy. Is there anything else I can get for you? We seem to have run out of Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine. Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted. Yes, what do you need? All right, then.
I hope you're enjoying yourself, sir.
It is not is that reveal another's true nature. It is the heart.
The Great War is long past. For the man who knows how to make money, war can be a most profitable venture. You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. Not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. Not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. Very well, then. There's a likely
The hospitality of the Thalmor Embassy. Quite often, yes.
You there.
The only thing I enjoy more than luxury is sharing that luxury with those who can appreciate it. But I also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing rumors.
I like what I see, my
Of course not. One does not gather the most important men and women of Skyrim and then serve them cheap ale and stale bread.
Thank you, sir.
This is only a taste of the benefit. One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim.
Yes, sir.
I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor Justiciars throughout Skyrim. Although the Thalmor Justiciars are so often the worship of the false god Talos contributed to the unfortunate. Following the Great War, the White Gold Concordat set out the terms for peaceful coexistence. The Empire and the Dominion agreed that the worship of Talos was a relic of the past and must be eliminated. But I'm sure you didn't come here for a lecture on high politics. To enjoy self. I'm so glad you could attend today.
It's only a matter of time before your whole rotten empire collapses of its own decay. No offense.
Hey, watch it!
Please, help yourself to more wine.
What does a fellow need to drink around here?
I'm so glad you could attend today.
I hope these parties are a great way to earn a little
I don't
extra
recall
money.
seeing you at one of these before, and to maintain relationships. By the way, I don't know who you are, but unless you want me to blow your cover, I'd advise that you avoid me for the rest of the party. We have a relationship of I care little about the politics and but I do respect power, and the Thalmor have that. They leave me alone, and I leave them alone. Until next time.
Did you see that serving girl? Really? Yes, maybe that would be just the thing. Go on. See what she says. Now you've gone and gotten my hopes up again.
If your eyes and your ears, fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing. There are words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these, Thalmor. For this reason, I avoid them when I can. May wisdom
What does a
light your
fellow need to do to get a drink? Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me. Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity. Is that all? My friend, you've come to the... Stand back and behold my handiwork. Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Ellenwen, our mistress.
What are you
I
doing?
speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely.
Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course.
Go out before I...
So far, so good. But nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close.
Did you see those robes
You're on your
marching
own
this
now.
morning? One there. Never should. Yeah. Teach you to mess with me. Death is the only way out of your misery. Teach you to mess with me. trash wherever it... Someone there? I'll end your miserable... Make it quick. was... Or I heard something. What was that? Ah! Not impressed!